everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1991 playoffs in Payoff Pitch Baseball. After the Pirates spanked the A's this morning 12-5, this series is all tied. This World Series in 1991 is all tied at 2 games apiece. We are headed for Game 6 tomorrow night back in Pittsburgh at Three Rivers Stadium, but we have one question we need to answer. Who's going to Pittsburgh with a chance to win the World Series? Well, the answer is what brings us here today to Game 5. So with that musing in mind, let's go meet our starting pitchers, and we'll start off with the Pirates starting pitcher. The Pittsburgh Pirates are handing the ball to the winning pitcher in Game 2 for this very important Game 5. Zane Smith, 16-10 with a 3.20 ERA, 228 innings pitched, 234 hits, 15 homers, 29 strikeouts, and 29 walks, and 120 strikeouts in 91. In Game 1, he had a very good line. 8 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run and a run, struck out 3 in the Game 2 victory. So he will be in charge of getting this World Series back to Pittsburgh, with the Pirates having a chance to win it. With that, let's go meet Oakland starting pitcher, and we'll refresh ourselves with Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. As the fans are filing into Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, and we're expecting another sellout for Game 5, the A's are handing the ball to the losing pitcher in Game 2. That would be Bob Welch. 12-13 with a 4.58 ERA, 220 innings pitched, 220 hits, 25 homers, 91 walks, and 101 strikeouts in 91. As for Game 2 of this series, he went 6, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 strikeout in Game 2 as he took the loss in a tough outing. So with that in mind, let's move over to, actually before we move over there, let's look at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. On a ballpark check to lefties, very much a pitcher's park. 1-34 gives you a wheelhouse. On a righty, 1-49 is a wheelhouse. So any switch hitters will be batting righty in this last game of the 1991 replay to be played at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, win or lose. With that, let's move over to the main game area and check the shot over there. There is not an empty seat to be found here at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. It is a sea of green and gold today. Fans are filing in, standing room only here. We've got a couple orders of business left to do before we get to the first pitch. So, if the fans will please rise and remove your hats and other head coverings, we'll have the playing of our national anthem. And now if you'll direct your attention to the mound, we've got another friend of the channel all the way over from Britain today in Rough Swordsman Wargamer to throw out the first pitch. So Rough, if you would. Thank you for the first pitch, Rough. Granted, he's known more for wargaming, hence the name Rough Swordsman Wargamer, but he is dabbling in sports games, although mostly off the channel at this point. Still, if you're interested in wargaming, give his channel a look and a subscribe. I'll put a link, as always, in the description down below. With that, there's not an empty seat to be found here. Fans are loud today as we are about ready to start the final game of this replay at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. So with that, let's play ball. As the A's start getting loose in the field, we'll take our first look at the Pirates starting lineup in this critical Game 5. Leading off, we've got Mike Lavaliere catching. Gary Varsho is in right field. Barry Bonds is in left field. Bobby Bonilla is at third base. Andy Van Slyke is at center field. Orlando Merced is at first base. Jay Bell is at shortstop. Gary Reedus is the designated hitter. And Jose Lind is the second baseman. And that's the lineup that Bob Welch has to keep in check today. Leading off the game, we've got Mike Lavaliere. Hit all 3 of his home runs against right-handed pitching. Almost forgot to mention, Bob Welch is a righty. Zane Smith, however, is a lefty. Move that up just a little bit. We are going to be using, for the last time in this replay, green, gold, and white dice. The A's are the home team in this one. Game 5 of the World Series. Series tied at 2. Winning team has a chance to win the World Series tomorrow night in Game 6, which will be back in Pittsburgh either way. Which team will take control of this series? Only the dice know, and in order to find out, we have to go to the same place where we've gone for every game in this playoffs. We have to go to the first pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 21, and against a righty, Lavaliere will lead this game off with a base hit. The A's are going to go straight to double play depth, as here's Gary Varsho. All 4 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching in 91. Lavaliere is a jump of 3 against a hold of 8. Would be a 56 or less to get the jump. And he is a C3, which we had a normal chance. Varsho's got pretty good power. Lavaliere will stay put. Welch will look in at Quirk for the sign. Welch will set. He'll glance over to Lavaliere at first, turn back to the plate. Welch will kick, and here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for Oakland. Where's that one being hit? That ball is being hit over to third base. Going after that one for the A's on an error chance is Riles. His error rating at third is a 2. And he's got that one. That's going to be a ground ball over to Riles. He'll take the sure out at second, which will throw Lavaliere out and put Varsho on the fielder's choice. One out in the inning, and here's the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds. 18 of his 25 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Varsho would be a B3, which would be a... B3 would be a very good chance. He's a jump of 5 against a hold of 8. They're going to see if he can get the jump. 63 or less, he gets the jump. That's a 92. Varsho will stay put. Varsho not able to get the jump. Welch will turn and deal with Bonds. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 32. It's wheelhouse. Bonds thinks he's got a hold of one. And that didn't take long for the Pirates to strike first with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to right field. Canseco going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and it is just barely fair, and it's gone. Home run, Barry Bonds. And the Pirates strike first in this critical Game 5. And the Pirates lead 2-0. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla hit 4 of his 18 home runs against right-handed pitching. Welch, once again, needs to have amnesia. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 9, and against a righty, Bonilla will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. The Pirates are out to do some damage here. The infield will go to double play depth. Here's Andy Van Slyke. He hit 13 of his 17 homers against right-handed pitching in 91. Bonilla, not a threat to do much on the base pass. He will stay put. Welch will turn to deal with Quirk. Welch will turn to deal with Van Slyke. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 9. Van Slyke's going to be frozen by a changeup for strike 3, and that's out number 2. Here's Orlando Merced. All 10 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching. 2-0 Pirates. Game 5 of the World Series. Top of the first. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Bonilla looks in. Welch will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 0-0. We are going to have a rare play with men on. So let me find my rare play chart. Here we are. Let's see, that's going to be a 66. 66 says, batter lines into as many outs as possible. If there are 2 or more runners, ball is hit to third base. Otherwise, ball is hit to shortstop. So it sounds like it's going to be an L6-3 double play as Bonilla gets caught off the bag, and that will retire the side. At least that's what I'm... Actually, that was an L6, so never mind. Merced is just out and the side is retired. But 2 runs on 3 hits and a fielder's choice. Score is now Pirates 2, Oakland coming to bat. While the Pirates now start to get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at the A's starting lineup. Leading off for the A's, we've got Jamie Quirk catching. Mark McGwire is at first base. Jose Canseco is in right field. Ricky Henderson is the designated hitter. Dave Henderson is in center field. Mike Gallego is at second base. Willie Wilson is in left field. Walt Weiss is at shortstop. And Ernest Riles is your third baseman. That's the lineup Zane Smith has got to get past today. Leading off for the A's in the bottom of the first, Jamie Quirk. No homers against left-handed pitching. Smith will look in at Lavaliere for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup. And here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 25. And against a lefty, Quirk will lead off the bottom of the first with a base hit. Similar situation here for the Pirates, as here's Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire hit 5 of his 22 home runs against left-handed pitching. The Pirates will go to double play depth. Quirk, not a threat to do much on the base paths. He will stay put. Smith will look into Lavaliere for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. Oop. Now, here's the pitch. 2 is a defense check. It's a fly ball into center field. It's a range play for Andy Van Slyke. This is a bad thing. His range is an F. He has just barely got that one. He's going to make that one on the run, and that's going to be... Uh-oh, that's lined right to Van Slyke. We got to check for a double play, though. And I don't think I've had this on a lineup before, but I think the way this works... First of all, we got to find the... Actually, I wonder if I do better looking for a base running chart on the main charts. Because if it's lined out like that, I don't know what you check. Batter out. Runner outfield with an arm of 5 or less throws out the lead runner. Van Slyke's arm is a 4. He's going to throw Quirk out, and that's going to be an L8-3 double play. Van Slyke has got quite the arm out there, and he's going to throw Quirk out, trying to get back to the bag. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's the ever-dangerous Jose Canseco. 8 of his 44 home runs coming against right-handed pitching, or left-handed pitching. But fortunately for the Pirates, the bases are now empty. Smith having a minute to catch his cool here. Pirates are leading 2-0. Smith will look into Lavaliere for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 54, and Canseco is going to bounce that over to Bonilla. He'll come in for that one, and he'll make the play over to first. That will be the final out of the inning, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the first. Score is now 2-0 in favor of the Pirates after 1. Top of the second, we'll see the bottom of the Pirates' order due up next. Welch will finish up his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box will be Jay Bell. Bell hit 10 of his 16 home runs against right-handed pitching. 2-0 Pirates. Top of the second, Game 5 of the World Series. Series tied at 2. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 37, and against a righty, Bell will get a hold of that one, and he'll lead the inning off with a base hit. The infield will go to double play depth, as here's Gary Reedus. Reedus hit 2 of his 7 home runs against right-handed pitching. Bell is a jump of 4 against a hold of 8, but he's a C3. He's going to stay put. The A's are at double play depth, and Reedus has got good power. He's not bunting anyway. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is a patient 63, and that's ball 4 as a curveball just barely misses the zone, but Reedus will be on with a walk, and there's nobody out. Jose Lind will step into the batter's box now. Lind hit 1 of his 3 home runs against right-handed pitching. There's a decision to be made here. Do you bunt? I think the Pirates are going to lay down... I think Lind is going to lay down the bunt to move the runners over. Lind is an A bunt, and that's going to be bunted right over to McGuire, but the only play he'll have is over to first. As Bell and Reedus will move up, Lind will be forced out at first, but there is 1 out in the inning. That's not what I wanted. I want Bell at second, Lind at third. The infield is going to play in. Here's Mike Lavaliere. Lavaliere led the game off with a base hit. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum looking very nervous. Pirates seem to be firing on all cylinders so far. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Infield in, trying to prevent Bell from scoring. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 35, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Going after that one is going to be Quirk. He'll throw his mask away, make the catch, and that's out number 2. Runners, of course, stay put on a pop-up on the infield. 2 outs, and here's Gary Varsho. Varsho today reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, hoping to get out of the inning with no damage done. Varsho will brace for the pitch. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 35, and that's ball 4, and the bases are full of Buccaneers. Slider misses the zone, and here's the reason this game is 2-0. Barry Bonds with a 2-run homer in the first. Welch knows he's got to be careful. The Pirates are already threatening to blow this game wide open in the top of the second. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum on their feet. Very, very nervous. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Bonds waits for the pitch. Welch will kick, and here comes the pitch. 9 is a patient 62, and Bonds is going to work a walk out of that one, and the Pirates are going to extend the lead. Bell will come in to score. Reedus will make third. Reedus will go over to third. Varsho to second. Bonds is on with a walk with 2 outs. And the score is now 3-0 Pirates. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1-for-1 with a single. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum is still very, very nervous. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. Bonilla has a great eye at the plate. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a wheelhouse 82, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Dave Henderson. He'll make the catch, and the Pirates leave the bases loaded in the second. But they get another run on 1 hit and 3 walks, and the score is now 3-0 Pirates as we head into the bottom of the second. Stadium sighs. Phew! The only reason they're sighing is because the damage could have been a whole lot worse, and arguably should have been a whole lot worse. Anyway, Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box is Ricky Henderson. 8 of his 18 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. 3-0 Pirates, Game 5 of the World Series. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark check. 96 is in play. And a 37 is just going to miss. Instead, that's going to be grounded right back to Smith. He'll underhand that over to Merced at first, and that's out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box now, we have Dave Henderson. He hit 8 of his 25 home runs against left-handed pitching. Smith gets the sign from Lavalier. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 5 is a tough 82, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke ranging in for that one, but he'll have plenty of room before the infield for out number 2. And here's Mike Gallego. Gallego hit 5 of his 12 home runs against left-handed pitching. Gallego also has pretty good power. Smith needs to be careful. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 92, and Gallego is going to lift that one into left field. Bonds coming in for that one. He'll make the play on the run, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the second. Score is now 3-0 in favor of Pittsburgh after 2. Top of the third, we'll see the middle of the Pirates' order due up next. Welch will finish up his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box to lead off the top of the third is Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. 3-0 Pirates, Game 5 of the World Series. Winner can win the World Series tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Welch will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 9, and that's easily ball 4 as curveball misses the zone, and Van Slyke will work a leadoff walk out of the at-bat. Here's Merced. Merced today lined out his first time up. A's will go to double play depth. Van Slyke is a jump of 4 against the hold of 8. And he would be a B3 on a very good chance. He would need a 63 or less to get the jump. Pirates are going to try it. That's an 8. Van Slyke's off to second on a very good chance. And barely a throw. Van Slyke will get in there, will slide in safely as the throw is going to get cut off. It was a curveball to run on. So Van Slyke will be safe at second on a stolen base. Heads up play by Van Slyke. Double play is now gone for the A's. Welch will now turn to deal with Merced. He will get the sign from Quirk. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 9 is wheelhouse. Merced thinks he's got a hold of one. And Merced is just barely going to get a base hit out of that one. He'll get enough of it to get it out of the infield. Ball is going to be blooped into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second advances 1 base plus. Could he try to run? That's going to be a blooper into right field. So an S9. Merced is for sure safe at first. Van Slyke is at third. Against the right fielder, Canseco's at 10. That's an 8. Van Slyke's going to try to come home. So an 8 or less. Van Slyke is safe. I need to find the play at the plate chart. Not that one. Actually, I need to find... here we are. That's a 6. Van Slyke will slide in at the plate. He is safe. And the Pirates have a 4-0 lead. Stadium groans. Ugh. The Pirates are just continuing to pile it on here. The infield is back to double play depth, as here's Jay Bell. Bell today is 1 for 1 with a single. So an RBI single from Merced brings in Van Slyke as they test Canseco's arm, and they're probably going to run on Canseco all day long. Merced would be a jump of 4 against a hold of 8, but a C3 is a normal. He's going to stay put. Welch will turn to deal with Bell. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's me dropping dice, but more importantly, here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 78, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Dave Henderson will come in for that one, and that will be out number 1. Here's Gary Reedus. Reedus today reached on a walk his first time up. Merced looking over from first. Welch will turn to deal with Quirk. Welch will turn to deal with Reedus. He'll get the sign from Quirk. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 77. And against a righty, Reedus is going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be another base hit. Hard grounder into left field, actually. Runner on first advances 1 base plus. Merced's over at second. Reedus is safe at first. That's going to be an S7. Merced's at second. Left fielder's got a 7 arm, and Merced's got an 8. Ooh, could they try it again? No, I don't think they're going to try again here. I don't think they're going to try that again. Here's Lind. Lind today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Could they try to lay down the bunt here? Pirates are starting to get to the point where they're running away with this game, but they're threatening to open it up again. I think Lind's going to swing away here. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, very nervous. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 95. It's a fly ball into left field. Ricky Henderson coming in for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And since that was patient, I believe on a fly out on a patient, on a 7, he can choose to advance, but he has his run rating reduced. He's not going to try to advance with 2 outs. Here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 1 for 2 with a single. Welch will get the sign from Quirk. Oakland to Alameda County Coliseum, hoping to not see any more damage. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 63. And against a righty, Lavalier will get a hold of that one. He'll extend the inning with a base hit. Line drive into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base, which will be 2 with 2 outs. And runner on second scores. Merced will come in to score. Reedus is going to make it to third. And Lavalier is at first on the S7. So Merced at scores. Reedus to third. Lavalier to first. Score is now 5-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium groans. Ugh. And now here's Gary Varsho. Varsho today is 0 for 1 with a walk, and he reached on a fielder's choice. We're going to get activity in the Oakland bullpen as Kevin Campbell is going to start getting loose for the A's. The A's look like they're going to need long relief here. Welch is saying, guys, I can get us out of this inning. Welch will look into Quirk for the sign. He'll look over to Reedus at third. Lavalier at first. Varsho at the plate. Welch will get the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 2 is a defense check. Where's that ball being hit? It's a fly ball into center field. Going after that one on a range play is Dave Henderson. His range is a C. He can't get to that one, and that's going to be a double, and the bases are going to get cleared. Reedus will score. Lavalier will score. Varsho will be at second with the double. A two RBI double for Gary Reedus. It is now 7-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium barfs. Blech. And here's Barry Bonds. Bonds today is 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer and a walk. And they have seen enough of Bob Welch. He is going to come out of the game. He's gotten shelled. He picked a very bad day to get shelled, too. 2 2/3. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 7 runs, all earned. Walked 1, 2, 3, 4. Those walks were killer for Welch. Struck out 1. No hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches. Faced 19. Welch got absolutely shelled today. Coming in to pitch for the A's, Kevin Campbell. 1-0 with a 2.74 ERA. 23 innings pitched, 13 hits, 4 homers, 14 walks, 16 strikeouts in 91. As for his last relief appearance, which was in Game 4 earlier this morning, he had a decent line, I think. No, he actually took the loss in that one, and he got shelled then as well, so this might be a mistake for Oakland, but they need to get innings out of this. So they're going back to Kevin Campbell once again. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 9 is a wheelhouse 86, and it's going to be grounded over to second. Coming after that one is going to be Gallego. He'll make the play over to first, and that will retire the side. What an inning for the Pirates, though. They picked up 2 runs. Actually, picked up... Wait a minute, hold on. Something's not right. 1, 2, 3. Right, they have the bases clear. Okay. Right, 4 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and a stolen base. Score is now 7-0 Pirates heading into the bottom of the third. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses. He's got to be feeling mighty good coming out of the dugout in this one. Stepping into the batter's box is Willie Wilson. Wilson didn't hit any homers in 91. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. 7-0 Pirates. Game 5 of the World Series. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 79, and it's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke ranging back slightly for that one, but he'll make the play for out number 1. And here's Walt Weiss. Weiss didn't hit any homers either in 91. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. Weiss knows the A's need something. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum is absolutely stunned at what they're seeing. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is a wheelhouse 18, and against a lefty, Weiss will get a hold of that one, and he'll be on with a 1-out single. That is just the second A's hit today, and here's Ernest Riles. Riles didn't hit any homers either in 91. Pirates will go to double play depth. Weiss is would be an A4, which would be an excellent chance to steal, but I don't think you're running. Even this early in a 7-run game, I don't think you're running. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. Actually, an inside pitch. The strategy rolls, I think, would still be on, but just. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 35, and it's a ground ball right back to Smith. Let's see if they turn the double play. It is going to be an 8 or less on 2d6. Side retired. Smith will take that one. He'll throw it up to Bell at short. Bell will turn and fire to Merced at first, and that's a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium barfs. Bleh. And the score is now 7-0 Pirates after 3. Top of the 4th, we'll see the middle of the Pirates order due up next. Campbell will finish his warm-up tosses. I just got to remember when he came in. I think he came in here. All right. Leading off the top of the 4th for the Pirates is Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla is 1 for 2 with the single. Campbell will look in to Quirk for the sign. Campbell will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Where's that ball being hit? It's a fly ball into left field. Going after that one is going to be Wilson. I'm used to saying Ricky Henderson, but no. It's a possible error for Wilson. His error rating is a 2. And he's going to boot that one. That'll be a one-base error, and Bonilla's safe on the E7. The A's cannot catch a break in this one. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. Bonilla, not a threat to do much on the base paths. He will stay put. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, very, very nervous. In addition to being stunned at what they're seeing. Campbell will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 37, and Van Slyke's going to get a hold of that one against a righty, and that's going to be a base hit. Opposite field liner into left field. So that's going to be an S7. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Bonilla is at third. Van Slyke is at second on the S7. And now the Pirates have runners at the corners with nobody out. And here's Orlando Merced. Merced today is 1 for 2 with a single. The infield... They're going to bring the corners in. They're going to bring the infield in to try to prevent Bonilla from scoring. They don't want this game to get any more out of hand, even though the Pirates are threatening to blast this one open. Bonilla at third. Van Slyke at first. Merced at the plate. Campbell looks into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 48. And against a righty, Campbell will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. On a line drive into center field, Bonilla will score. Van Slyke will make second. Merced will make first. And the Pirates just continue to pour it on. The score is now 8-0 in favor of the Pirates. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, absolutely stunned at what they're seeing. They don't even have the energy to groan at this point. Here's Jay Bell. Bell today is 1 for 2 with a single. The Pirates could lay down the bunt here, but I don't think you need to in an 8-run game. Campbell will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 21, and that's ball 4. The bases are now full of Buccaneers. In a dangerous situation, here's Gary Reedus. Reedus today is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Campbell knows he needs to be careful. The infield is coming in. Nobody out in the inning. We are going to get activity in the A's bullpen as it's starting to get loose. They're going to get Kurt Young warming up in the bullpen for Oakland. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. He'll look over to Van Slyke at third. Merced at second. Bell at first. No place to put Reedus. Campbell will set. Here comes the pitch. 10 is a tough 4, and Reedus is going to be frozen by a changeup for strike 3, and that's out number 1. And here's Jose Lind. Lind today is 0 for 2. Campbell will look in at Quirk for the sign. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, still stunned at what they see. Campbell will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 83. That's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Weiss. We need to see what happens with the infield in. Once I find, here we go, the infield in chart. A 4. Linda's going to be out, actually, with the bases loaded. Okay, Linda's out. Actually, that's a 2 to 5, but the bases are loaded. So runner on third is out at the plate. Van Slyke's going to be out at the plate, and Linda's going to be thrown out at first. That will be a 6-2-3 double play, and the side is retired. The Pirates, once again, load the bases on with 2 hits, an error, and a walk, but they get Bubkiss out of the inning. But still, the Pirates hold an 8-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 4th. Actually, yeah, heading into the bottom of the 4th. There's a lot worse places for the Pirates to be right now. Stadium size. Phew! Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the top of the Oakland order. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, Jamie Quirk. Quirk today is 1 for 1 with a single. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 14, and Quirk's going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Mark McGuire. McGuire today is 0 for 1. He lined into a double play his first time up. Smith will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Smith knows he's got to be careful with McGuire. A mistake could put the A's on the board. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 98. It's a fly ball into center field. Bonds will go back for that one, but he'll have a lot of room. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. 2 outs in the inning, and here's Jose Canseco. Canseco today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Smith looking at Lavalier for the sign. Pirates would love to get out of the inning. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 4 is going to be a tough 24, and Canseco is going to get frozen by a curveball that catches the outside corner for strike 3, inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 4th. Score is now 8-0 Pittsburgh after 4. Top of the 5th, we'll see the top of the Pirates order due up next. Campbell will finish his warm-up tosses after he had a long 4th inning. Leading off the top of the 5th, though, is Mike Lavalier. Lavalier today is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. Campbell will set. Here's the windup, the kick, and here comes the pitch. 10 is a tough 39, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one is going to be Riles. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Varsho. Varsho today is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and he reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. Campbell looking into Quirk for the sign. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, stunned at what they see. Scoreboard reads 8-0 Pirates. Campbell will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 88. That's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up at second is going to be Gallego. He'll make the throw over to first for out number 2. Here's Bonds in the batter's box. Bonds today is 1 for 2 with a walk and a 2-run homer. Campbell looking in at Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 94, and Bonds is going to lift that one into right field. Canseco will take a couple steps to his right. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 3. Side is retired. First time all game, 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. Stadium sarcastically cheers. Yay. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the middle of the Oakland order. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 1. Smith seems to be in complete control of this game. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 36, and it's a ground ball right back to Smith. He'll underhand that one over to first for out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box now is Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Smith looking into Lavalier for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. In the tower you go. 4 is a tough 25. Henderson swings through a curveball for strike 3, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, and here's Gallego. Gallego today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 38, and Gallego is going to get a hold of that one against the lefty. He'll get that one out of the infield and extend the inning with a base hit. Just the 3rd hit today for Oakland. Here's Willie Wilson. Wilson today is 0 for 1. Smith looking over to Gallego at first. Gallego not a threat to do much on the bases. Smith will turn to deal with Wilson. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 70, and it's a ground ball over to second. Lind will pick that one up. He'll step on the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the A's. Score remains 8-0 Pirates after 5. Top of the 6th, and we are going to see a pitching change for the A's. Kevin Campbell is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the A's is going to be Kurt Young. 4-2 with a 5 ERA. 68 1/3 innings pitched, 74 hits, 8 homers, 34 walks, and 27 strikeouts in 91. He is charged with keeping the middle of the Pirates' order in check. Leading off the top of the 6th, though, is Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1 for 2 with a single, and he reached on an error. Young will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is a patient 80, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Dave Henderson will range back for that one, but he'll have room before the track to make the catch, and that's out number 1. Here is Van Slyke. Van Slyke is having himself quite a day. He is 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, a stolen base, and he scored a run. Young will look in at Quirk for the sign. Young will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 31, and that's ball 4. Van Slyke will reach as a splitter misses the zone for a 1-out walk. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Merced. Merced today is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Van Slyke, ooh, could they send him here? Is a jump of 4 against a hold of 7. B3 remains a very good chance. Jump of 4, hold of 7, no. You're not running in an 8-run game. The Pirates would just be pouring it on at this point. They're already doing that plenty with their bats anyway. Young will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 57, and it's a fly ball into right field. Canseco will range in for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Here's Bell. Bell today is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Young will look in at Quirk for the sign. Young will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 67, and it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk for the Pirates, and we are headed into the bottom of the 6th, where Oakland is sending the bottom of their order back to the plate. Smith finishes his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box to lead off the bottom of the 6th is Walt Weiss. Weiss today is 1 for 1 with a single. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 10 is a patient 1. Yeah, that's not even close. That's going to be ball 4. Smith had lost a hold of a slider, and Weiss will reach on a leadoff walk. The Pirates will go to double play depth, as stepping into the batter's box now is Riles. Riles today is 0 for 1. Weiss would be an A4, which is an excellent... You're at a point right now in an 8-run game where you're not running. You don't even want to take a chance on it. Riles will get the sign from... Or, not Riles. Riles will wait for the pitch. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark check. 63 is in play to a lefty. And a 15 is going to be a base hit. Let's see where that one's being hit. Grounder up the middle into center field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. So Weiss will make it to third on an S8. And all of a sudden, the A's have runners at the corners with nobody out. Wonder if the fans are even reacting to that. Here's Quirk. Quirk today is 1 for 2 with a single. Pirates are going to stay at double play depth. Weiss means exactly Bubkiss to them. Actually, Weiss means Bubkiss to them. They'll concede the run to try to get 2 outs here. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 86, and it's a ground ball over to second. Let's see if they turn the double play. That's going to be an 8 or less on 2D6. No! Riles will be thrown out at second. Quirk will reach on the fielder's choice. Weiss will score, and the A's are now on the board. Score is now 8-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium doesn't really react. They're still too stunned, but they've got a long... The A's have a long hill to climb. Here's a guy that might help them climb it, though. Mark McGwire, though, is 0 for 2. His bat isn't helping much today. Smith will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Pirates trying to get out of this inning. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 2, and McGwire is going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3, and that's out number 2. Two outs, and here's Canseco. Canseco today is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Quirk over at first. They're not running in a 7-run game now. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 88, and it's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell, and that will retire the side. He'll step on second himself for the force out, and that will retire the side. A run, a hit, and a walk, and the A's are on the board, but it is still a long hit, a very tall hill to climb for the A's. Top of the 7th, we'll see the bottom of the Pirates' order due up next. Young will finish his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box to lead off the top of the 7th is Gary Reedus. Reedus today is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk, and he scored a run. 8-1 Pirates. Game 5 of the World Series. Game 6 is tomorrow night. Winning team has a chance to win the World Series. Young will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 32, and Reedus swings through a curveball for strike 3, and that's out number 1. One out, and here's Lind. Lind today is 0 for 3. Young will look into Quirk for the sign. Fans at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum are absolutely stunned today. Young will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 46, and it's going to be grounded over to first. McGuire will wave off Young coming over to cover. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that's out number 2. And here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Young will look in at Quirk for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 66, and Lavalier is going to extend the inning with a base hit that gets out of the infield. Here's Varsho. Varsho today is 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Young will look in at Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 17, and against a lefty, I should say, Varsho will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. Lavalier will hold at second. Varsho will make first, and you've got a very dangerous situation on your hands, because stepping into the batter's box now, actually, let's check the cards for advancement. Yep, sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder. Runner on first advances 1 base, so Lavalier would have made first anyway. Now we've got the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds stepping into the batter's box. Actually, I've been playing extra base advancement with 2 outs. Is that accurate? It's 2 bases on a single and score on a double. Okay. Never mind. Actually, no, I have been playing that automatically. So Lavalier will actually be at third because of extra base advancement with 2 outs. Now we have the ever dangerous Barry Bonds. Bonds today is 1 for 3 with a walk and a 2-run homer. Young knows a mistake here blows this game wide open, to put it mildly. Young will get the sign from Quirk. Young will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 11, and that is not what Young wanted to see at all against a lefty. Bonds will get a hold of that one. That will be a base hit. Lavalier will trot to the plate. Varsho will make third. Bonds will be safe with a single. So Lavalier will score. Varsho to third. Bonds to second. Score is now 9-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1 for 3, and he reached on a single and an error. Young will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a patient 34, and that's ball 4, and the bases are once again full of Buccaneers. Here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 1 for 2 with a single, 2 walks, and a stolen base. There is no place to put Van Slyke. We are going to get activity in the A's bullpen as starting to warm up is going to be... They're going to get Joe Klink warming up in the A's bullpen. Young will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 64. And against the lefty, Van Slyke will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. Varsho will score. Bonds will also score. Bonilla will make third. Van Slyke will be safe at first. That's going to be a 2 RBI single. Score is now 11-1 in favor of the Pirates. And now I think the A's, Stadium is now rushing to try to beat traffic. We'll bring Merced into the batter's box. Merced today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. I'm going to change my battery, and we're going to have a new pitcher for Oakland. Kurt Young is getting the hook from this game. Coming in to pitch for the A's, Joe Klink. 10-3 with a 4.35 ERA, 62 innings pitched, 60 hits, 4 homers, 21 walks, 34 strikeouts in 91. He is charged with getting the A's out of the inning without any further damage being done. Klink will look into Merced. Klink will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum starting to empty slowly. Klink will kick. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 41, and it's a ground ball right back to Klink. Klink will underhand that over to first, and that will retire the side. More damage done, though, for the A's. 3 runs on 3 hits, and actually 4 hits and a walk. And we are headed for the seventh inning stretch. Make sure you get your stretching in, folks. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the middle of the A's order. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, Ricky Henderson. Henderson today is 0 for 2. Smith will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 76, and it's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke will come in for that one slightly. He'll make the play on a jog, and that's out number 1. Next up, we have Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson today is 0 for 2. Smith looks in at Lavalier for the sign. Pirates lead 11-1. Game 5 of the World Series. Series tied at 2. Last game at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, and Oakland fans are trying to beat traffic. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 55, and it's grounded right back to Smith. He'll underhand that one over to Merced at first, and that's out number 2. And we've got Mike Gallego next. Gallego is 1 for 2 with a single. Smith looking into Lavalier for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 54, and it's grounded over to third. Bonilla will pick that one up, ranging to his left. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 7th. Score is now 11-1 Pirates after 7. Top of the 8th, and the Pirates are looking at the bottom of their order coming to the plate. Clink will finish his warm-up tosses as Jay Bell will step into the batter's box. Bell today is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Clink will get the sign from Quirk. Clink will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 20, and Bell's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Reedus. Reedus today is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Clink looking into Quirk for the sign. Clink will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 19, and Reedus is going to swing through a slider for strike 3, and that's out number 2. 2 outs for Jose Lind. Lind today is 0 for 4. Clink is actually tired. I know there's a fatigued relief pitcher. Here we go. But Clink's going to say, hey guys, I can get us out of this inning. Clink will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a patient. 10 is going to stay patient. And an 88 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is Weiss. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the top of the 8th. Every little bit helps Oakland, but they still have a very long way to go in this one. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses and get set for the bottom of the A's order. Here's Willie Wilson. Wilson today is 0 for 2. Smith will look in at the Lavalier for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 7, and Wilson's frozen by a changeup for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Weiss. Weiss today is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Smith will look in at Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a ballpark check. 21's wheelhouse, but Weiss does not have a lot of power. And he's going to ground that one over to second. He'll hit that on the screws, but right at Bell, who will make the play, throw it over to first for out number 2. Here's Riles. Riles today is 1 for 2 with a single. Smith will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 96, and Riles is going to lift that one into right field. But Varsha will have plenty of room for that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 8th. Score is now 11-1 Pirates after 8. Top of the 9th, and we're going to see a pitching change for Oakland. Joe Clink is going to come out of the game. He was excellent in relief, but the A's need to be excellent at the plate as well. Coming into pitch, even though I didn't remember to get anybody warming up, is going to be Steve Chitrin. 1 and 4 with a 4.33 ERA, 60 and a third innings pitched, gave up 59 hits, 8 homers, 32 walks, and 47 strikeouts in 91. He will be charged with the top of the Pirates' order. Leading off the top of the 9th is Mike Lavalier. Lavalier is 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Chitrin will look in at Quirk for the sign. Chitrin will set. Here's the pitch. Once I pick up a die. Now he'll set, and here's the pitch. 9 is going to be a patient 40, and that's ball 4, just barely. Lavalier has a cutter. Chitrin loses control of a slider, and that will be a leadoff walk for the Pirates. Oop, I just did it again. Wrong score sheet. Here's Gary Varsho. Infield will go to double play depth. Varsho today is 2 for 4 with a single, a double, and a walk. Lavalier, they're not running in a 10-run game. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a patient 20, and that's ball 4. And the A's cannot do anything right today from the looks of it. And here's the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds. Bonds today is 2 for 4 with a single and a 2-run homer. Pirates are threatening to blow this one wide open. Chitrin will look into Quirk for the sign. Chitrin will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a patient 12, and the bases for the third time this game are full of Buccaneers. Chitrin has managed to walk the bases loaded. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1 for 3 with a single, and he was reached on a walk and an error. Chitrin having control issues today. We're going to get activity in the A's bullpen as Rick Honeycutt is going to start warming up for Oakland. Chitrin will, where's the infield going to play? They're going to play in. For anything resembling a chance of ninth inning magic, they need to keep this game right where it is. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 58, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Canseco. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Lavalier is a run of 5. He is going nowhere on a tough. 1 out, and now the infield is going to go to double play depth. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles, 2 walks, and a stolen base. Chitrin still looking at the bases full of Buccaneers. Lavalier at third, Varsho at second, Bonds at first, Van Slyke at the plate. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a patient 33, and that's ball 4, and Chitrin walks another run in. Lavalier will trot to the plate. Varsho will go to second. Varsho will go to third. Bonds will go to second. Van Slyke will make first on the free pass. Score is now 12-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium, I don't think there's even anybody here anymore, to be honest. Here's Merced. Merced today is he's 2 for 5 with 2 singles. And they're going to let Chitrin pitch to one more batter way against their better judgment to see if he can get them out of the inning. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. The few fans that are left at Oakland are wondering if there's a mercy rule in baseball. Chitrin will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 57. And against a righty, Chitrin's going to walk another run in. Varsho will trot to the plate. Bonds goes to third. Van Slyke goes to second. Merced goes to first. Score is now 13-1 in favor of the Pirates. The Pirates are just running it up at this point. Let's see. So that should be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 runs. All right. Here's Jay Bell. Bell today is 1 for 4 with a single and a walk, and Oakland has seen enough of Chitrin. They're going to the bullpen on this one. I'm going to compile stats for him. That was ugly. Let's see, no innings pitched. Didn't give up a hit. 5 walks, though. Good grief. Let's see, 2 runs, both earned, no strikeouts. He didn't even get anybody out. Coming into pitch is going to be Rick Honeycutt. 2-4 with a 3.58 ERA, 37 and 2/3 innings pitched, 37 hits, 3 homers, 20 walks, and 26 strikeouts in 91. I think A's pitchers right now are going to have a very short leash. The way this game's going, they're probably going to need to. Honeycutt will look in at Quirk for the sign. Honeycutt will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 4, and Bell's going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, out number 2. Here's Reedus. Reedus today is 1 for 4 with a single and a walk, but he's also struck out 3 times. Honeycutt will get the sign from Quirk. I don't think there's a single person left at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Honeycutt will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 10, and Honeycutt is going to walk in another run. Bonds will trot to the plate. Van Slyke to third, Merced to second, Reedus will make first on the free pass. And the score is now 14-1 in favor of the Pirates. Pittsburgh came to Oakland today to make a statement. Here's Jose Lind. Lind today is 0 for 5. Honeycutt will get the sign from Quirk. A's fans are absolutely stunned at what they're seeing. Honeycutt will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 46. And Honeycutt, you've got to be kidding me. Honeycutt's actually going to plunk Lind in frustration, and that's going to bring in another run. Van Slyke will walk to the plate as Lind gets drilled. Merced to third, Reedus to second. Lind will make first on the hit by pitch. It is now 15-1 in favor of the Pirates. If there's a person here, I would be surprised. Here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Honeycutt will look in at Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark 23 wheelhouse. Lavalier does not have a lot of power. And that's going to be a line drive right to short. Putting up his glove in self-defense is Weiss, and the ball will slam into it, and the side is retired. But more damage done. 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks and a hit batter. Score is now 15-1 in favor of the Pirates heading into the bottom of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? We need to be here for about an hour for that to happen. Smith will finish up his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the top of the Oakland order. Leading off the bottom of the 9th is Jamie Quirk. Quirk today is 1 for 3 with a single. Smith has been dominant. And now the Pirates 3 outs away from a chance to win the World Series at home. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a patient 13, and that's ball 4. Quirk will be on with a leadoff walk. Here's McGuire. McGuire today is 0 for 3. Pirates will go to double play depth. Smith will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 77. It's a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Van Slyke. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. Here's Canseco. Canseco today is 0 for 3. Not having a good day at the plate. Actually, the A's as a whole kind of laid an egg today. Smith will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 0-0. We're going to have a rare play with men on. In-play, rare play. Here we are. Oop. Yep, right here. '57 says, batter hits a towering fly ball into short right field. The right fielder loses the ball in the sun and the lights, and it drops for a hit with runners advancing one base. If the right fielder has an arm rating of 7 or less, the right fielder for the Pirates is Varsho. He's got a 5 arm. Roll D10. If the amount is greater than the batter's run rating, he's thrown out before he reaches first base. So Canseco is a 7. And he's going to be thrown out. So Quirk will make second. At least that's what I'm understanding here. Yep, Quirk will make second. Canseco will be thrown out on a very long sacrifice hit. That's going to be an F9. But there are 2 outs in the inning. That's a weird, rare play, but we'll go with it. Quirk is at second, though. That was a sacrifice hit. But the last chance for the A's in this series in Oakland is coming down to Ricky Henderson. Henderson today is 0 for... should be... Yeah. He's 0 for 3. Pirates get the next out. They have a chance to win the World Series at home. A's get Henderson on. The game continues. Smith looks into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is going to be an in-play 36. And that's grounded right back to Smith. Smith will take that one. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum is now empty. A's bench looking dejected. Smith will get that one. He'll underhand that over to first. And that's your game. The Pittsburgh Pirates, for the first time in this series, lead this series by a score of 3-2, coming out of a 15-1 victory over Oakland. Stadium completely empty. Final line score coming up. I'm going to be a while compiling Smith's stats. Give it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits, 1 run that was earned. Walked 2, yes. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches, faced 30. Somebody had an error. Yes, the A's had an error. For the Pirates, 15 runs on 11 hits and no errors. For the A's, 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. Zane Smith is going to get a complete game win. Bob Welch is going to end up with the loss, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are 1 game away from winning the first World Series on the channel in a replay. That will do it for this playthrough of Payoff Pitch Baseball. Tomorrow night, we have Game 6 of the World Series, with the Pirates having the aforementioned chance to win this series at home. I don't know who the starters will be, but I will when I go to pull rosters later this afternoon. As for the rest of the week, Wednesday we're playing Twilight Inscription. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Blackspire Outpost Cookbook with the entree, Fried and Dorian Tip-Yip. And Sunday next week, we're playing... What are we playing next week? We're playing Space Corp 2025 to 2300 AD. Yeah, we're playing Space Corp. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.